most important thing about it. There has to be a period where, you're looking at what is wrong within that period. So there's always a period, of 1 year usually for review. But this year was a bit extensive because there was a bit delayed. So we had to extend the period beyond the year. The importance of submitting entries, first of all, is just so in case your work is not in the mind of people, it's a reminder. So once you submit your entry, it gives you a better chance of getting a nomination because the works are there and we're going through all the work submitted. But it is not limited to that. We're all music people. All year round we work with music. So a whole lot of times, even some songs or some entries that are not submitted. For the non-voting category, for us, what we look at is the quality of work, not necessarily the popularity, not necessarily the rating of the artist. It is more of the depth of the music itself. So if we're looking at a vocal performance category, it has to do with the vocal performance and vocal delivery of that person on that song that the person was nominated. There's more to that than whether the song is a big song or a popular song. So we go down and check recording of the year, for instance. We check the production, check the lyrical content, check the direction of the song, and how well the artist came across it. Most times the misconception is always in the area of year in review. Some people look and say this song was not nominated without checking the date of release and realizing that the song was either released before the year in review or was released after the end of the year in review. Another thing is that people just tend to think you can pay your way through. There's a jury. Apart from myself, I doubt if anybody knows who else makes the jury. So who are you going to? Am I the one that is in charge of, collecting? And I think a lot of people have collected these awards in the past. It's the 8th year of the award already. So several people, a lot of people, we count them have accepted the Headies in the past. So you can go talk to any of them. If any of them at any given time had to do more than just release a song, and the song was considered and they were nominated without them even knowing. And then they won the award without even leaving their home to come meet anybody. So, a lot of times I read people saying they were sorted, these people were sorted, And one thing we need to make clear is that there is nobody that works with with the awards organization, in terms of the company that puts the award together. That's part of you. So a lot of times they say because this person does this for. I even had the last one that was because an artist refused it for, HipTv, an interview, and that's why he lost out on the award. That's too petty. We don't deal with that, and we don't get influenced in any way. But once it's voting, at the end of the day, what we do is just look at the votes, and votes, people need to realize that are in two forms. There's the SMS vote. There's the online vote. A lot of times you get more online vote because it's free, but some of the people take advantage of the SMS vote, and we get a lot of, a guy not scoring so high with the SMS, and he's scoring a whole lot of points with, with the online vote. For us, I think good work, generally, whatever genre of music, if it's good, should, be considered. But, we have a minimum number of nominations for every category. If we don't get enough material in a category that makes up the minimum number of nominations in that category, which usually is 4, if we don't get 4, songs in the category, then we might have to waive that category for that year, because that means there's no strong competition. But sometimes, in fairness, people do great job in categories that, are not really there. So what you do is just, let's find the best for. We manage, like, for instance, reggae category this year, I've always thought like people do good music in terms of reggae. But you don't have the reggae category every year because reggae, for some strange reason, is not predominant here lately. So what you do is just dig and dig and dig and say, where do we find them? And then we manage to find quality here. As jury, we do our own best, to be fair, as much as possible. And I think, I've been a part of the Headies from testing, and I think, it's been like that, it's been fair, except for, some controversial voting categories. So people should thoroughly not be sentimental, but vote for the best man or the best woman in any category. I think that's impossible. And we should always put the period under review into consideration. So when you're voting, like you're voting in December, do not look at the current standing of the person in December. Look at the current standing the standing of that person at the time, of the year that's been reviewed. So for artists, I will always say, man, just make sure, do not feel like, I'm a player winner in this category, I'm going to win it. Once you get a nomination, or once the call for entry is, and there's call for entry, make sure your management people get on it and they submit work, all your work that falls within that period. Make sure when you get the nomination, let your fans know that you've been nominated. Because the truth is, most times, the people that complain are usually the people that lost out. If you lose out this year, and there are a lot of people that won something this year, that thought like they were cheated last year, or they were, rigged out last year. It doesn't work that way, just wait, keep doing what you're doing. Next year might just be your year. Who was the biggest winner this year? I don't think it would be, was as, in any, considered category 2, 3, 4 editions ago. So, time and, consistency always pays off. Will always pay off. So, wait and your time will definitely come, but it's not any other, there's no way to it. Some people say, the Headies cost so amount. I don't know what bank or who they pay to, but truly, that's not how it works. Just put out good work, get behind it, and, you leave the rest to